I prayed for this and it happened.
Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. I hope everyone's doing well on this afternoon on a Monday, nearing the end of March. It's cold down here, boy. You know, the little baby. What should I call little baby? The little baby FBA. Baby FBA was half FBA. Was me and her took a walk. We went in the sun. We got to get some of that good vitamin D. Pause. I said pause. But today we're going to talk about the Israel bunch. Oh, yes. We got to talk about the Israel bunch. Because the Israel bunch, they came outside finally. We know who they are now. And for those who don't know what the Israel bunch is, the Israel bunch is people that I deem as pro-Israel folk. Now, regardless on how you feel about the whole conflict, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is the fact that they are risking their platforms to get in front of something that they have no business being in front of unless you're going to advocate for the people that have been suffering. I know y'all think I'm talking about the Palestinians. No. We're talking about, yeah, that's right. We're talking about them. The ones that participate in the same religion as they do and the disrespect they have been shown. That's what we're talking about. If you're not going to lend your voice on that, we don't want to hear from you. I don't care who doesn't like it. We are here to tell the truth. No matter how it shames the devil or makes Jesus weep. Well, Jesus weep. I was trying to be British for a minute. He was creeping back in. We're not going to do that. Okay, you heard what I said. That's right. Oh, you thought I was? Oh, you thought this show? You know how I get down, family. That's right. We talking about the Israeli bunch. That's right. We're going to have fun with them today. But anyway, let's see who's in the building. And we kick it off with Win, Lose, or Rug. Thank you for becoming a member. It is 99 cents. It'll help me invest back in the platform and buy toys for the baby. So thank you so much. We continue on. Jerry Bedford. Hello. Brother Torian Rain, hello. Cosmo Fury, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Derek Parker, good afternoon. You said just subscribed last week. Well, thank you for your subscription. Hopefully I will live up to your expectations. And Wallow J, hello. Rokamuro, hello. Tori said, are we going to be covering all these clouds? Yes. Yes.
I've had it.
We have to get them out of the paint, family. We have to. If we're ever going to get agendas passed, we do not need them here. Echo being hello. You might seem new, but if you've been here before, hello. You said yes. Did Candace Owens get fired from the Daily Wire for speaking out against the Israelis? Yes. Yes. And it was a beautiful piece of tape. We had many fun live streams last week about it. From my channel to the Torian Range channel to Lisa Cabrera's. Harvey had his commentary. Jason Black with the Smash Brothers. Professor Blackwood had his fun this morning. Great Black Shark is still cooking in the lab. I talked to him. He's still swimming around. He getting everything. That might be a 7-hour stream. But we know he's succinct, so he'll probably cut it down to about 4. Sabby Sabs went in. Yes. 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 And we had fun. We had the big fun. But before we get into this, family, we have a bit of breaking news. Did y'all hear that Trump got his bond reduced? Yes. Yes, Trump got the bond reduced. We have to play it for him.
No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there be no
Quick update. The MAGA video will be premiering April 1st. The new MAGA video. Yes. So you got 6 more days to enjoy the old one. The new one, I promise you, will be fantastic. But yes, we have some breaking news. 45 got his bond reduced. And he talked, because of course he did. He never met a mic he would not spit into. Yes. Oh my God, y'all got me doing the Nigerian prince with no name. Okay, let's slow down.
Hey!
So we're going to hear what 45 said right now.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Yes, family. 45 ran his mouth. Now, where the hell is it? Damn it. I lost it. Shit. I think I lost it. Motherfucker. I lost the page. Wait, it might be here somewhere. Give me a second. I can't believe I just lost it. Ah, here it is. Sorry. It was on Fox News. That's why I didn't see it, because I am blind to them. We try this again.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
There he goes. There's 45 Savage. That's what they call him on the streets. That's what they call him. 45 Savage. Let's listen to what he said. Fair use.
Thank you very much. Judge Engoron has done a terrible disservice to the state of New York. What he's done is terrible. Businesses are fleeing, and you see that. He just released a statement on food. Businesses are fleeing and crime is flourishing all over the state, and what he's done is such a disservice and should never be allowed to happen again. New York State is being battered by his decision. So I greatly respect the decision of the appellate division, and I'll post either $175 million in cash or bonds or security or whatever is necessary very quickly within the 10 days. And I thank the appellate division for acting quickly. But Judge Engoron is a disgrace to this country, and this should not be allowed to happen. Thank you very much.
Do we step forward, money and made love?
And you hear a shouted question, and we had shown you a little bit of that. Trump on Truth Social, and this was just moments after the decision. This is the 5th time in this case that he has been overturned, a record. His credibility and that of Letitia James has been shattered. We will abide by the decision of the appellate division and post either a bond, equivalent securities, or cash. This also shows how ridiculous and outrageous Engoron's original decision was at $450 million. I did nothing wrong, and New York should never be put in a position like this again. So that was Truth Social, and there's more now because he's posted a couple times. I won't go on too long, but Judge Engoron has refused to obey the decision of the appellate division relative of the
Girl, where did you get them glasses from? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
statute of limitations. This is a confrontation between a judge and those that rule above him. A very bad
She is
situation
wearing
in which
magnifying
the New York State
glasses.
and the rule of law. Kaylee.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have gone over and over, and
Damn, Harris. All that money you making on Fox News, you need to go get your eyes checked, madam. They got the LASIK now. Go get the LASIK. Baby. Queen. She don't want to come on. She don't. I'm not going to call you by your real name. She on the phone. Of course she is. God damn it. Anyway, what is going on? Harris. Come on, girl. Come on, you the token Negro.
I've said it like I'm beating a dead horse,
now.
that these are unprecedented.
Oh,
cases. We put up
Lord.
time and
It's
time again.
nose.
Associated Press analysis.
Kelly McEnose.
I did nothing wrong, and New York should never be put in a position like this again. So that was Truth Social, and there's more now because he's posted a couple times. I'm those that rule
Damn,
above
look
him.
at them
A
glasses,
very bad
boy.
situation in which to place New York State. And
She
the
trying to be
rule of law.
somebody's Southern
Yeah, I mean,
Southern
look, we have
Grammy.
gone
Look at
over
that.
and over, and I've said it like I'm beating a dead horse, that these are unprecedented cases. We have put up time and time again.
Shout out to Big
Associated
Bird.
Press analysis, New York Times analysis, presumably analyses that liberals would respect, right? Well, what do we see in each of these unprecedented cases? They continue to be overturned either in whole or in part. The Supreme Court with the Maine ballot case, the Supreme Court Colorado ballot case, now you have this judgment being reduced. I agree with Jonathan Turley, it should be 0, but nevertheless being reduced. You go down to Georgia, Fani Willis, the RICO charges being thrown out. You see constant overreach. And I encourage viewers, ask yourself, why? Why do you see constant overreach? The only answer you can get to is these are partisan left-wing actors in the form of Letitia James and Alvin Bragg, and the list goes on.
So, Sean, I had kind of a different epiphany during the last hour. I mean, it's an election year for an incumbent president, so I get it. It's politics. But what are these other people being promised? I mean, you've got Letitia James, Attorney General of New York. You would say, arguably, with some things to lose. She's out there, Gavin. I mean, gonna get Trump. I mean, who does that? That's so low class. But you know what it is? It's not fair. It's not fair in our legal and justice system to behave that way.
It's a really good point. It's not fair, but Letitia James is playing to her audience, right? You have a left-wing political base in New York City, and they love. I mean, she won on the fact that she promised to go after Donald Trump, right? That was the political message, and she.
Yeah, but she's still talking.
But she delivered on that promise, and I think New Yorkers still love it, right? But to the point of the $175 million, again, Donald Trump, that's a win for him. It's still a massive amount of money. What they've done is they've preserved Donald Trump's right to appeal by lowering the bond to a number that he can actually meet. But what they're really doing here is they're preserving the Democrat Party, because if Letitia James was out seizing Donald Trump's properties, it's over for Democrats. I think most Americans see the war that's been waged on Donald Trump, whether it's in Georgia or in New York or in Florida, in Washington, D.C. They look at this and go, to Kelly's point, this is way too much. Who does this to the lead presidential candidate? And by the way, of charges we've never seen, victims that aren't there. What the hell are you doing?
The 170.
Calm down, Mr. White Man. You're getting a little too animated. Calm down.
That hungry, that thirsty. No, it doesn't wipe it away.
No, it doesn't. But I think what it does, the war on Trump is just clouded a little bit, right? Because he's going to be able to meet the bond, he's going to be able to appeal, and it's going to forestall the inevitable, which again, is going to be a massive payout that Donald Trump is going to have to make in a city that's more about politics than business.
Emily, we showed a little while ago the big Trump Tower sign on Fifth Avenue. It's iconic. What does this mean now that James won't be able to rip down the letters of Trump Tower?
At least for a moment, I feel like there's, I don't know, a slight, maybe restored faith, just temporarily in the justice system, or at least that it's not as tainted as this whole thing has sort of appeared from the beginning. I'd like to carry your ball just a couple yards further, and that's the war on Trump. And I want to point out how deeply it extends, how much people in power bend and sway to what they perceive as pressure from those left libs. And I want to talk about the Chubb CEO. So according to Trump organizations, their attorneys, Chubb was going to potentially underwrite the second bond for them, right? They would accept liquid assets, they would accept real property. Well, word got apparently to the brokers, the investors, and their customers. So cut to the Chubb CEO writing a letter to everyone. Oh, I'm so sorry, right? The typical narrative. where once again, the uproar that ensued from them just being part of, as he said, the plumbing of the criminal justice system, i.e. he said, look, we don't play a part. If we put up bonds, like we are not rooting for the defendant. Essentially, money has no color, money has no side type thing. But oh, lo and behold, he too pulled out because the pressure was too great. So what concerns me is that as we go again into the voting in November, just remember that the people in power are making these decisions because of that pressure, the war on Trump, but it's the people who have the power. Ultimately, it's us at the voting booth. Please vote that way.
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier, Rebecca, people should be angry about the fact that this has been handled in such an unfair way.
Well, I keep coming back to this idea of, you've got people who are maybe not necessarily sold on Donald Trump. They've been flagging in their support, but then you have this happen. And then all of a sudden you're galvanizing even the most skeptical people who maybe have voted and supported President Trump previously, have gotten tired of all the drama. And they say, wait a second, this is about the rule of law. This is about laws being applied fairly and then the punishment fitting the crime. So I do national security policy, average American here, not a lawyer. So I wanted to know how unprecedented was this amount of money that he was expected to pay. Bitcoin fraudster Sam Bankman-Fried's bail was $250 million. Notorious Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff's bail was initially set for $10 million. And these were people who had victims in their crimes. Yeah. So we know that this is because he's running for president, Donald Trump's running for president, and it really signals that as long as you don't go after the Democratic machine, you're not going to have a huge penalty.
It makes me think of New York City as somewhat a barrel of crabs. Like, who's going to make it out? They didn't want him to be the one who made it out. They wanted to make it out. The Democrats wanted to be the ones on top. Letitia James, the Attorney General, who said she wanted to get Trump for office, has responded to the reduced bond. And here's the quote. Donald Trump is still facing accountability for his staggering fraud. The court has already found that he engaged in years of fraud to falsely inflate his net worth and unjustly enrich himself, his family, and his organization. The $464 million judgment, plus interest, against Donald Trump and the other defendants still stands. In what world does it stand?
Well, not in Ruth Bader Ginsburg's world. It's a quote that she gave, again, a liberal icon. She said that that fines can be used to undermine liberties, chill the speech of political enemies, and as a form of retribution, which is exactly what's happening here. Massive fines to chill the speech of the lead presidential candidate. And Letitia James loves it. She has the power to use it, and she's exercising it. But the American...
Yeah, a fine is really going to tell Trump to stop talking because the impeachment really worked. All right, we ain't got the hair no more. Let's get to the show. Let us begin. Maybe I should have y'all tell me who we should begin with. Let's put up the thumbnail again. Who would y'all like me to go after first? We will put on the thumbnail. And also for the family, we will put on this here. Conservatives losing their grift. Will it be Tim Scott and his America's Not a Racist Country? Will it be Tatum Talkz and his tattoo? Who knows? All right. Y'all had a minute. I have 7 comments. Let's see what they're hitting on. We see Greg Forehead. Okay. Tatum Talkz. Okay. Forehead. So that's 2 for him. Byron Donalds. Okay. Top right. That's Tim Scott. Shackles off my feet. You're not going to tell me how to run my show. If I ask the people what they want to go for, we ask the people what they want to go for. I like this to be interactive, sir. If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. Thank you so much. And by the way, you shouldn't invoke God's name like that. It's not cool. Thank you so much. You said the right both guy. I don't know what that means. Tim Scott. Okay, so you got 2-2. Okay, forehead. And somebody said ABO. Okay, we could start with the black conservative perspective. Yes, we could. We could. I figure y'all guys don't like him that much, so we just get him out the way before we get to the big fun, huh? I get it. I get it. You know what sucks, family? It's like I said on Torian's show earlier. Once this grift is over and the election passes, we ain't gonna have no more to talk about. An end of an era. I can't believe it. He actually has something to say about Israel. And again, we have to analyze and say, why are you talking about something you don't know anything what you talking about? Let's get that video. I just saw it. Give me 1 second. Where is it? No, not that one. Don't tell me you took it down. Interesting. He might have taken it down. Huh. Let me see if his tweet is still up about it. He had a video talking about that whole situation with the terrorist attack. He probably said something in there they didn't like. I don't see that video. Let me see. Maybe he got the tweet. Ah. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start talking. We're going to go to the tweets. We're going to use the tweets. Echo Bean, second time. You ain't going to tell me how to run my show. You don't like it, you can leave. That's the second time. Thank you so much. So, ever since Candace gets fired, all these people show up and start talking about Israel when they were never talking about Israel before. All right. So, an hour ago, this man wrote in response to this tweet right here, isn't the Bible comprised of, here we go. I think it started from here. Yes. Candace Owens says Christ is king over the weekend. Everybody loses their mind. Okay, we know. It's Palm Sunday. Fine, whatever. Everybody want to be a fake Christian come Easter time. We get it. So somebody said, I'm wondering what your understanding is of those who are opposing the use of the phrase. Have you done your research? This woman wrote that because he decided to say Jews are triggered by the statement because theologically Christ is incompatible with their faith. Sir, let me tell you something. Do you have the stomach to go mess with them Jews like that? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I can tell you're not that versed in the good book or the slave manual, what I call it. You don't want to have that. I guarantee you 10 to 1 if I ask you, you've never read the Torah or the Talmud or the Quran. You don't have the knowledge for that. Now, 3 of those I have cursory knowledge of, but I don't sit up there and act like I'm an authority on it. Don't play that game with them. I know how they are. But okay. He wants to go down that rabbit hole. So he said, Jews opposed to the use of the phrase Christ is king reveal the underlying belief among some Jews that Christian. Whoa, sir. Get back here. Whoa, sir. Sir. See? Words have meaning. I tell you this all the time. Sir, so when you was ready to defend Christians and take a pot shot at Jews, you generalized. Now that you got called on it, now you want to quote tweet and say some. You must have forgot your place. You didn't want to get Candace Owens one time. Why didn't you keep that same energy, sir, when you talked about the Jews don't believe in Christ? First off, you're wrong. Number one, because you would have to explain which Christ you're talking about. Now, if you're talking about God, they believe in God. If you're talking about Jesus, the black Jesus, because we're going to have to be specific, the black Jesus, and yes, you got to be specific. But you try to mess with them Jews, and you forget they still lurking around here. But okay. Jews opposed to the use of the phrase Christ is king reveal the underlying belief that among some Jews that Christianity is inherently anti-Semitic. This makes sense when you consider the fact that Jews believe Jesus was a false prophet who attempted to change their faith. Sir, I will say this for you, sir. You over here in North Carolina speaking French. I know they speak whole hog. I know they speak with a beautiful accent. I have heard the women down there in North Carolina speak, the black ones at least. And they speak in vinegar. I'm pretty sure they don't speak in French.
Who is we? Who is we?
False prophet. We could get into that. But again, you're not ready for that conversation. And y'all know I've talked about the black Jews on here. They're not ready for that conversation. But we're gonna leave it alone because again, we just passed Palm Sunday. It's about to be Resurrection Sunday on Sunday. We're gonna let them talk. But again, they tell us that she's not grifting. Okay, great. So this John Galt, even though you got a woman's avatar, okay, sure. Maybe that's your wife. I don't know. Or your mom. Who knows? This person said, the West culture is based on Judeo-Christian values, and those that deny that are either Mao supporters or Islam supporters. So now we're going to bring Islam into this. We're talking about the Jews and Christians. Why are you bringing Islam into this? But okay. Western culture is based on Christian values. Sure. Jews never theologically use, oh God, he can't even write. Use of the phrase, oh God. Okay, fine. We'll help him. Jews never theologically use the phrase Judeo-Christian. That's not a phrase. But all right. Because it's disrespectful to their faith. You can't believe Jesus was the Messiah and be a Jew. Jews only use Judeo-Christian for political gain with evangelicals. That's interesting. That's quite interesting. Because we know some Jews that actually like Jesus and actually respect the fact that Jesus existed. But it's funny because the same principles that Christianity follows, the Messianic Jews follow. So are you about to tell us that the Messianic Jews are not real Jews? I don't think you want to have a conversation with them. I'm just saying. I don't think you want to go there. They take your channel down quick too for hate speech. I'm just saying. Because they believe in a savior. Now, they might not celebrate Easter, but they believe in the savior. So are you going to tell them that? I don't think you will. No, I understand that we're still in Ramadan, but why would you bring up Islam? Islam got nothing to do with this. But, you know. You got it, Greg. You got it. So somebody said, isn't the Bible comprised of both the Old and New Testaments? Doesn't seem quite right to utterly reject the term Judeo-Christian. Ask yourself this question again. Why don't they want to talk about the New Testament? So he said Judaism explicitly rejects the New Testament while Christians acknowledge Mosaic law, but don't practice it or view it. Oh, the boy can't write. The boy can't write. I'm gonna try to translate this. Judaism explicitly rejects the New Testament while Christians acknowledge Mosaic law but don't practice it. That should be a period or a comma, or view it as fundamental, not has. We'll blame your phone. Fine, whatever. Or view it as fundamental to the faith because it has been replaced by the new covenant mediated by Jesus. Christianity is not an extension of Judaism, but a replacement. How is it a replacement, sir? How is it a replacement? I don't see a whole bunch of Christians trying to tell Jewish people not to read the Torah or the Talmud. So how is it a replacement? Then if you're going to go down that road, sir, then you're admitting that Christianity is a religion draped in blood. I don't think y'all cannot grasp that concept. Is that what we're admitting here? And if it is, we can have a conversation. But I don't think you're ready for that. That's going to make your head spin. Because then you're going to have to admit that the Judeo-Christian values that America rides on is draped in blood. Are you about to go there? Yes, you're going to tell me about the Patriots. Okay, great. It kills its own citizens. You're about to go there too. We're going to leave him alone because we know he don't want to go down this road. We know this. Here we go. The only statements I have ever made about Jews is that they shouldn't get special treatment, and the ones screaming anti-Semitism over everything are no different than the woke activists. Boy, I feel bad for you when they find this tweet. And you got a blue check, I feel bad for you. When they see that tweet, you in trouble, boy. They got you marked. And we ain't finna save you. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna let y'all screenshot that. That's his magnum opus right there. Whenever he gone, that's the last thing we're gonna know about him. He took a shot at them Jews. He called them, he said they are akin to woke activists. Bet you we're gonna fuck with him. We're gonna fuck with him. We gonna fuck with him. Defy woke. I need him to define woke. Define woke. Woo! Okay, we done with him. We done with him. Back to this. Okay, we got him off the Jesus Christ. Boy, you got an IMDb page and this is your profile pic. Boy, go change it to the one you got on YouTube. That is embarrassing. But anyway. Oh, by the way, really quick. I had to get my black conservative on. This is the black conservative fit. You got to get a backwards hat. That's the fit. I'm just gonna help y'all out real quick. That's the fit. All right, let's move on. Who we getting at next? Torian said off topic, who is that Bob person on X who wrote that Griff post? I just saw him, but he said if you Google him, you'll know who he is. I don't know who this motherfucker is. But the fact he wrote that, Torian, me and you might nah, we can't collab on that. That's too easy. Maybe I'll roast them at the end. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll roast them at the end. Blueberry Muffin said the Taps are playing for him. Nah, they I feel bad for him. Don't let them see that tweet. If you do, I want to partake. That could be an upload that we could record together and I can edit it real nice. I think that's what we might do. I'm gonna talk to you after. You said Kaya Willis. So, boy, Kaya Willis. You want to do Kaya Willis? All right, Torian wants to see Kaya Willis. All right, we could do. Who the hell's TJ? Who's TJ? I don't know who TJ is. Tell me who TJ is. You said Tim Scott. All right, we got 1-1. I'm gonna let the rest of the crowd decide. It's either Kaya or Tim Scott. I feel bad for that girl. They are. I'm just gonna say it, they grooming that girl. It's bad. I said this last year when I went in on her, especially that white dude that she was talking to on that podcast. It's sad to watch, family. That girl, I ain't gonna hold you. There's something there about that girl. Like if she used her powers correctly, she can move some shit. But she chose the wrong team. She should have stayed independent and learned. Like she over there talking about in her high school they were doing DEI. I'm like, what? Like I found some video today. Some dude on YouTube went in on her. He was like, who said you? Who are you? She gonna be a cautionary tale about a Griff. She might get her own chapter. Let's see. Okay, everybody wants Tim Scott. Say less. We'll start with Tim Scott. Okay, that's it. Okay, Echo B. This is what we're gonna do. Don't block him. Don't block him. Bring him back. Don't block him. Bring yourself up here. Bring yourself up here. Don't block him. Bring him back. Get back here. Now I'm tired. Since you want to have a brain in your avatar, come here. No, bring him back. Don't go on him. Bring him back. Because people want to try to run my show. Okay. Come here. I'm going to let you run the show. Come here. Because you obviously have no life if you wasted 15 minutes listening to my sexy voice. Get up here. Don't block him. Bring him back. Miss Niecy, real talk. You and Wild J, bring him back. Don't block him. I don't want him blocked. Bring him back. Because it's funny as hell. They love talking so much, and he can't do what I do. Go entertain people, sir. When you go to the 3, wait, y'all ain't blocking him. Y'all just deleted the thing. If y'all just deleted his comment, then he's fine. Because I'm looking at it. Y'all didn't block him. Y'all just deleted the comment. If you just deleted the comment, he's not blocked. Come on, Echo Bean, come up here. You so smart. Get up here. Tell me how to run my show better. Go ahead. In the meantime, while you're debating your life, because I'm telling you right now, if you get up here, I'm going to eviscerate you. And I promise, while I'm eating these nasty ass chicken I got from Domino's, nasty as fuck. But damn, you timed him out for a whole day. That is asshole. Fuck him anyway. I know he wasn't gonna come up here. We're gonna talk about shackles off my feet. I guess he has to start tweeting about Israel since the engagement's off. Shout out to him.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. There we go. Tim Scott introduces resolution in defense of Israel. He got to be the one. He think he Jet Li. All right. He wrote this over the weekend. Nothing about Candace Owens, though. Nothing. But he worried about Israel. That should just tell you something. We finna look again just to make sure he ain't say nothing. Washington. Today, U.S. Senator Tim Scott, member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, introduced a resolution reiterating Israel's right to self-defense and condemning recent statements from U.S. lawmakers which interfere in Israel's sovereign electoral process. What? Israel has every right to defend itself from this brutal TO that raped and deleted innocent civilians and continues to hold more than 100 people hostage, including several American citizens. I will always stand with Israel as it seeks to confront and eradicate the threat of Teism. And of course, nothing but Republicans. Uh-huh. Sure, sir. They had it for a few years. Okay, Torian, we will talk. Okay. Tim Scott. I don't want you to die on this hill, sir. By the way, still didn't say nothing about Candace Owens getting fired. Get some. That's where I got the coon from. That's where I got the coon in the MAGA video from, by the way. That's where I got it from. Get some. No music. Get some. That was the after party at the Black Conservative Federation. But yeah, there you go. Nothing. But all right. Tim Scott wrote this about Israel. The whole resolution. March 22nd. Hamas started and continues this conflict. Actually, the UK started it, but we won't go there today. That's history, and I know you don't do that down there in South Carolina, unless your name is Marcel Dixon. But we continue. Israel has every right to defend itself, and dangerous efforts to undermine its leadership must be condemned. I will always stand with our great ally as it seeks to confront and eradicate the threat of theism. Okay. All right. All right. New York reparations panel members blames whites for climate change. Black Senator Tim Scott wants to defund cops. Okay. Bless them. The United States needs to stand shoulder to shoulder with Israel. This is a weak response that only serves to undermine our ally in the face of terror. What ally, sir? What ally? Where are our allies on the terror on these shores? Where's our allies? We done told y'all, shut that damn border. Y'all don't want to do it. Okay. Where's our allies? Y'all flooding our neighborhoods with these illegals. Sorry, border jumpers. Where's our allies? The only ones that are allied with us are the black grassroots and the people in the neighborhoods that are tired. Where our politicians at? Why you not fighting for that? I know why. Because they haven't dropped them off in South Carolina yet. That's why. You're letting them migrate there. You ain't getting the buses. You ain't getting the planes. Ain't no planes landing at Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head. That's why. That's why. I bet if they showed up in those nice, crisp, all-white neighborhoods that y'all got down there in like Greenville and white side of what's that one town? God damn it, I forgot it. Whatever. I bet it would be a problem then. But okay. You want to stump for Israel? I hope when you get reelected to dog catcher in your state, I hope you remember this. You can regale those people when you rescue them from Cujo, how you lost your virginity in 2011. I'm sure they'd love to hear that story and how America ain't racist. I bet you could say, I'm going to stand with Israel. Will they stand with you, sir? Probably not. But he was quick. Oh, yeah, this was the other big thing. The UN passed a resolution that calls for an immediate ceasefire and to have both sides talk. Now, Netanyahu don't want to come talk to Biden because Netanyahu was told by Biden, if you go to Rafah, we ain't coming with you, sir. You go do that on your own. We ain't got enough heat. Maybe he finally figured it out. He got to work for people here. Johnny Gibbs, you better stop telling true history. You better stop. I understand that, Blueberry Muffin, but see, they didn't have footage of them being dropped off. Wheels and the Satan dare not put illegals in South Carolina. Dare not send them there. But Tim Scott out here caping for the same folk that would spit on you when you get off the plane. Oh, by the way, guess who voted against the resolution? Guess who did it? Uh-huh. The two friends. That was the first one. The U.S. abstained from it. When they did it last week, U.S. and Israel were standing in lockstep. The second time, yes, sir. Isabel Sanford right here said, we are out of this. We don't want no parts. Yes, sir. 14 to none against. The Israel ambassador said, y'all didn't torch Hamas enough. If any. Whoo-wee. And y'all want to tell me BRICS ain't got no power? Last week, too, Russia and China said it wasn't enough. But BRICS ain't got no power, huh? All right. Now check this out. This is what a lot of people don't realize. Now that they passed this resolution, right? If Bibi fires off another missile, he in trouble. Keep a pin in that. We got 100 people on both social platforms. Hit the like. All right, that was Tim Scott. Where we going next? Where we going next? We got 6. We got 6 left. We got Byron Donalds. I don't know why I say Byron Daniels. Byron Donalds. Tatum Tots. ABL, his shit was egregious, boy. Wait till we get to him. His shit was egregious. Larry Elder. That's a hell of a teaching moment right there. Kaya Willis, we're gonna have to talk about her again because she said something out of line and they on her neck. She got ratioed the fuck. And I put Candace up here because we have to do a teaching moment with her as well. Well, a continuation of our teaching moment. Let's see. So we got a lot of Tatum Tots. Okay. We will go to Tatum Tots. Let's go back on screen. Tatum Tots time. Tatum Tots. What's a good word? What you looking for? Hey. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all saw that, right? My bad.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
we don't care.
If you did see that, that's love. But let's get to Tatum Tots.
You know, Let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
So this was his video. I had to dislike it for the culture. I had to do it. But this was Tatum Tots in response to Candace Owens being out at the Daily Wire. It's a little bit long, pause. But I want y'all to hear what he had to say on this. Fair use.
Within 24 hours, get your free book and the merch. Like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. I have to make a comment about Candace Owens and Daily Wire.
You don't have to. You chose to because it was going to give you easy views. But that's okay. We understand, sir. But peep. I know y'all didn't peep this. That sentence he just said. He didn't say his sis, Candace Owens. He didn't say his sis. Or my girl. Keep a pin in that.
Now, all of y'all know that Candace Owens is like my sister. So, of course, I texted her. I'm going to let Candace Owens tell y'all what happened. It ain't my place to try to deduce what happened. Now, what I will say is that it wasn't a firing.
I love the way that you and Ben Shapiro are able to disagree, but then I guess still have a business relationship. Because I saw him recently tell you, I think it was maybe 2 months ago, he told you to quit over your Israel coverage, your Palestine Israel coverage.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, he told me, the tweet that he responded to was actually just some biblical passages.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought that it was me saying that I had to choose money over I don't know how we interpret it, but it was definitely not, I just meant it as like, he's calling for peace because, there was a video circulating of him calling me a disgrace or a faux professional or whatever it was. And I decided to choose peace. And then when I chose peace, he responded to the peace with not peace.
So why wouldn't he just fire you?
Well, as I explained on Tucker Carlson's show, like Ben doesn't have the power to fire me.
They didn't just say, oh, we're going to fire Candace Owens. And she woke up one day like, oh, my God, I lost my job at Daily Wire. That's not what happened. All right. It was a mutual split. Now, mutual splits can go in 5 or 6 different ways. I would almost.
Oh, my God. And you're a business owner? Sir, when you mutually split, you got fired. That's for you to save face. They threw her one more white supremacist bone before they kicked her in her butt. Jeremy likes her, so he didn't want to outright fire her and make it public. So she's going to say they amicably split. We know how that looks when you publicly say you fired somebody. Everybody involved takes a hit. That's why businesses, when they dissolve or they stop doing business with another entity, they say, we came to an agreement that we will part ways. Much success to them. Jeremy said it. Candace Owens is no longer working with the Daily Wire. He's lying because that's his, you know the term. That's his coon and perpetual lockstep. But the fact he sat there and lied like she didn't get fired. Plus, why would she tell you if she got fired, sir? That's between her and her husband.
Almost guarantee that in a situation where you have a high-powered personality like Candace Owens bringing in millions of dollars, and you have a big company like Daily Wire,
No, this grown-ass man did not just tell that lie. When did she bring in millions of dollars to the Daily Wire, sir? When? They got to be the first company in history to bring in an employee or personality that made them millions of dollars, and they've never touted it. She brings in millions of dollars. That's what he said. She brings in such millions of dollars. They got rid of her studio audience gig. I don't know nobody that would lose a $1 million worth of press, and you take away a gig that you think brought money in. Where are these millions, sir? She is not a net positive. And he's just the delusions of grifting. If she was bringing in millions of dollars, sir, it would reflect in her contract. If she brought in millions of dollars, sir, either she's a bad negotiator or you're lying. And the reason why I said the former was because she ran on the Breakfast Club talking about she was listening. She listened. Well, no, Joe Budden. She's talking about how Jay-Z was a great businessman, and that's how I lived my life. Know your worth. Where are these millions, sir? If she brought in and made millions, why is she asking for donations, sir? She would have had that money on hand. She'd have had a studio bill. She'd have started talking today. No, she's going around to black media and possibly doing a collaboration with Just Pearly Things after knocking her 4 months ago. Yeah, but again, y'all tell us that she's not grifting and rebranding. Okay, cool.
There's going to be some negotiating. There ain't no, we don't like you, free Palestine, or whatever. I doubt they saying free Palestine, but you get what I'm saying, because everybody believes that the conflict is associated with that. So there's probably no, oh, we don't like you, we don't like what you said about Rabbi Shmuley or somebody, and we're going to just cancel you, because when you sign a contract in the real world, in the business world, and you just let somebody go without cause, or you're going to face lawsuits and all kind of stuff. So people normally come to an agreement and say, okay, I'll pay you this if you leave, or you can keep this, do this, and maneuver. And I think that's how it happened.
Fired,
but
and
people
they gave her
saying that
money.
Candace Owens got fired from Daily Wire because of the Israel-Palestine thing. Now, I personally, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even ask Candace about that. I'm gonna let her tell her story about it. I don't know if that's the cause, but if someone was to project, it would have seemed as if the conflict between Candace and Ben Shapiro is the spearhead of what has happened. I would argue, because it seems that everybody at Daily Wire loves Candace Owens. I think it's just her and Ben Shapiro seem to have a problem. And I love people at Candace.
So you just lied again. You should have said most everybody loves her at the Daily Wire. I can't stand you black conservatives who try to think that it's another story than what the actual story is. I'm going to help y'all. It ain't just because of what she said about Israel and Palestine. That's not it. She pissed them Jews off. She thought she had the cachet to say whatever she wanted. It doesn't work like that. Since this has to be said to y'all, we're going to say it. You know the reason why I can say whatever I want on my platform? Because don't nobody pay me. I'm not beholden to anybody. The reason my contemporaries in this space can say what they want to say is because they're not beholden to anybody. Nobody's paying us. Y'all go in y'all pockets every now and again and drop some coins in there for me and the baby and the queen. We appreciate that. But I still say what I want to say, even when y'all don't drop stuff in there. And my contemporaries will share that view as well, because we know what we're saying is correct. What we're saying is the truth. It's backed by research. You fools go on there to say what you say because your white audience wants you to say it, because they're too chicken shit to say it themselves, and you fall for it. Your girl thought she was bigger than the Daily Wire. She got a big head. I guarantee it'll probably come out as well when she does her tour that she was going around the office playing Big Bank, Take Little Bank, and piss people off. More likely the executive branch, not the daily workers. And I wish y'all would just tell the truth. But I get it. I get it. It's Candace. You want to protect her. I get it. You could protect her by telling the truth.
At Daily Wire, I love the people at Daily Wire. I've never had a problem with Ben Shapiro. I disagree with, kind of the way he handled the situation and him coming out against Candace at that meeting. I kind of felt as if it would have been more appropriate, since they are co-workers and she is assisted in building this crazy empire with him. They would just have a conversation about it and not be something that's said at a private meeting or something. But other than that, I never had a problem with Ben. I never have a problem with Daily Wire. They always do things right. I mean, for the most part, there's a great company. They're on top of their game. I mean, they're leading the industry. There ain't nobody doing it like Daily Wire. However, I do understand the perspective from Candace to a certain degree, because she should be able to say what she want to say. And if she have an opinion that's unlikable by Jewish people, then so be it.
She can't say what she want to say, sir. Again, I just illustrated this. She cannot say what she wanted to say. She was under contract. Sir, when she got in trouble the first time, when she had to come out and say, Jeremy's got my back, none of y'all picked up on that. Nobody picked up on that. And shout out to Diddy for hey, baby, Diddy home got raided. They coming for him. Homeland Security. Okay, so that's Fed. He done. I'm not stopping this stream to go talk about Diddy. I'm not doing it. I just want to put that out there. Shout out to the Bucket TV for telling me that. Shout out to you. I forgot what I was going to say now. What did I just say? Damn it. Let me go back. I forgot what I said.
However, I do understand the perspective from Candace to a certain degree, because she should be able to say what she want to say. And if she have an opinion that's unlikable by Jewish people, then so be it.
There you go. That's what it was. Sir, she was under contract. Again, like I said before, when Ben came out on her the first time, that was the warning. They don't mind that you say what you want to say. You just can't say nothing about them. And we have articulated that for years with her, when she keeps going on these platforms, when she should have just stayed independent, that she could say whatever she wants. She'd have to deal with it on her own. Then you see who your true friends are, your true supporters. No, she got insulated there and she got too comfortable. And she saw what was going on social media, people turning on Israel. She figured she'd get in on the grift. I'm not saying people turning on Israel was a grift, because people have been getting at Israel for decades. I'm just saying she saw that there was money to be made trying to play the middle, because her first early tweets when the thing came on, she was staying in the middle. They didn't like that. And she went and chose the side to say that, you know what? I'm watching all these Israeli pundits and Jewish pundits say what they were saying, and we weren't hearing enough of the Palestinian pro people and those that are on the ground there. So you know what? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to start looking into things. And again, she went out there half cocked and she got what she got. She spent 6 months being half cocked and got what she got. She played Big Bank, Take Little Bank. They played Big Vault, Take Big Bank.
you know, my whole thing is this. I see things a little bit different than Candace to a certain degree on the Israel-Palestine conflict.
No
I will
kidding.
admit that I'm biased.
No
I can see
kidding.
things with an open mind, but I am biased. I
No
went to
kidding.
Israel. I'm a staunch Christian, and so I have a little bit more grace for the Israeli
Right.
people than the Palestinian Muslim.
Right. You have so much grace, sir. On the front of your left forearm is Jesus, and on the inside is Israel. That's a conflict of interest right there based on the good book. And let the Jews tell it. Yeah. This is why I don't take you serious, sir. But continue.
People, I just do. It's just the way it is. If I had to pick one or the other, I would lean more towards Jew over the Muslims. That's just I'm just
not the Christians. Okay, cool.
Just keeping it real. I could lie to you and say I'm in the middle or whatever. No, I think the land belonged to Israel. I think it belonged to the Jews. I don't think it belonged to the Palestinians. And regardless of none of that stuff.
Who's the Jews? Who's the Jews, sir? Can't have that conversation unless you answer that question. Who are the Jews? See what I mean? They don't want to answer that question. All you black conservatives that are pro-Israel, who are the Jews? Bunker TV, I would feel you on that assessment, brother. Here's the problem. When she left PragerU and TPUSA, she had a channel on her own that was over 1 million subscribers. She would have got a check every month. She should have just went independent. She'd have been where she is right now. She'd have been over probably, she'd have been past Brandon Tatum. She could have done a live show every day, 5 days a week. And then on the weekends, pay somebody to edit it and do like a best of Candace this week. She could have done a Candace Owens show. There's plenty of industrial and commercial space in Nashville. She could have built her own studio. Ain't like she's broke. So I feel you on your assessment, but if she intentionally sabotaged her job, it does not look good that the day you lose your job, you have a donation page up ready to go. Doesn't look good. Nightfall Drop, you gossip all you want. When I peeped that the other day, I was like, bruh, you literally wearing a conflict of interest on your sleeve. And again, I can't take you serious, sir, because you went to Israel. That's the move. They want these big voices going over there so they can control them. You're controlled, sir. Because we saw what happened when you go outside and you try to talk on stuff you know. But I ain't one to judge. You say if he said anything, man, please. Man, please. Who said that? GDS. What's up, brother? Or ma'am? You know he can't go to his crowd with that. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? If he went up in there with that black Jesus, because Putin says so, they would say he's a Russian bot. His crowd would turn on him with the quickness. Because for all they want to tell us that the human race ain't supposed to be no color, they know damn well Jesus is white. Them white folk would never accept a black Jesus. Never.
None of that matters, man. My whole thing is with this is they flew over into Israel and did a terrorist attack and they killed all these innocent people. Over 1,000 people died. And they mutilated.
What do you mean they flew over? He don't even know. That's the part I wanted y'all to hear. This is why I don't take this man serious. This man literally just said they flew over into Israel to do this terrorist attack. Did he not? Lord have mercy. This man just said Hamas got planes and they dropped bombs on Israel. They dropped bombs on the Iron Dome. This is what this man just said. Who mans is this? Who caught what he just said before I said something? They flew over, dropped bombs. They outcast now. Hamas got Hamas got F-116s. Hamas got the Tomahawks. They got the Tomcats. They flew over Israel and dropped bombs. This is what he just said. Hamas's highest technology is still the shoulder rocket. They use our technology. You don't think they would have been bombing them if they saw them fueling planes? Hamas. How the hell did Hamas get airplanes under the nose of the entire world? How? I can't believe he just said that. And Blueberry Muffin, you know damn well where they were. Oh, she fell out with Megyn Kelly. I don't know if you know that. Oh, they did, Tori, and they already said he was smart. I stand with Candace. They just missed that part.
And regardless of none of that stuff, none of that matters, man. My whole thing is with this is they flew over into Israel and did a terrorist attack and they killed all these innocent people. Over 1,000 people died, and they mutilated them, they beheaded them, they did all.
They flew over jihadists with jetpacks. Lord have mercy.
All kind of stuff, man. And when you do stuff like that, you're gonna take that L fast.
Nigga, why are you all in the camera?
They flew over into Israel and did a terrorist attack and they killed all these innocent people. Over 1,000 people died, and they mutilated them, they beheaded them, they did all kind of stuff, man. And when you do,
nigga, why are you so close to the camera? That's what I want to know. Why are you so close? Look at this. This man's so close.
Did a terrorist attack and they killed all these innocent people. Over 1,000 people died, and they mutilated them, they beheaded them, they did all kind of stuff, man.
Why are you so close? What is? You don't think I did? I'm about to do it right now. Why is he so close?
And when you do stuff like that, you're gonna take that L fast.
What is going on with your eyes? Jesus Christ. He's happy somebody else got bombed. But if they pull something over here, you're going to blame Biden. I hope you got, look at his face. I'm telling you, if they pull a terrorist attack here, he's going to be the first one on film talking about this is Biden's fault. How are you praising somebody that got bombed?
If somebody flew into America, just say the cartel came into Texas and came into Arizona and start killing random people.
You'd blame Biden.
What you think gonna happen?
You're going to blame Biden.
Delta Force will be having wet dreams, thinking about what they're gonna do to the cartel. Special forces, they can't wait. They're drooling at the mouth at how they're gonna sweep almost the entire country clean. There will be.
Why haven't they done it? Why didn't Trump send them?
No more cartel. If they were to do something like that in America, beheading people, putting on camera, kidnapping people.
They not doing that? The cartels ain't doing that. Okay.
People, hostages, Mexico would be no more. We would annex the rest of Mexico.
Stuttering.
I'm just keeping it 100. So when I see what happened with Netanyahu,
Hold up.
I'm like,
hold up, sir. You talking this big and bad. What did Mexico just come out and say? What did Mexico just come out and say, sir? Since you talking this big and bad, I'm finna show you. Since you don't know. Since you don't know. That man literally just came outside 6 days ago and said, we don't want them people back that are in Texas. He literally just said that. He just told Biden, nah, we good. Huh? They're going to cover their own border, sir. They don't even know what's going on.
I'm like, man, I get it, man. There's gonna be some casualties, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, the job has to get done. But then I also understand the point of people get too super like you can't say nothing about Jews, and I'm not for that either. I think Jews are subject to criticism just like anybody else. And I think that if a person has an opinion about Jews, that doesn't make them an evil villain. I think they just
funny thing. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Very glad you said that. Where's your Rabbi Shmuley video then? Since they're not above reproach, where's your Rabbi Shmuley video? Because we have a nice little playlist of your videos, almost 1,800. Where's your Rabbi Shmuley video? Where's your video breaking down Candace's review with that one rabbi? Where is it? I'm looking. We're gonna go to the first 20. Where is it, sir? Maybe it's in your live stream. Maybe you did it live. Nah, you didn't do it live. Nah, you didn't do it live. Where is it, sir? Since you said that they're not above being criticized. Where is it? Why are you so scared? You made sure to do a video about trans people. Made sure to do that. When was your last live video? Let's see. 9 months ago. 9 months ago. 9 months ago. You had CJ Pearson on 11 months ago with ABL. Yeah. And before that, you had Javier Du Rousseau. Huh? Where is your Rabbi Shmuley video, sir? Where is it? Candace's been getting the heat for 2 years. Where's your video on him? All right.
It's different in the opinion that they have. I don't think that it's somehow a special thing going on that you can have an opinion and disagree with black people, but you can't disagree with Jews. I don't think that that's a thing. I don't think it should.
Y'all are scared.
People are after Candace Owens because I'm not trying to defend anything. I don't know everything she said.
Oh, you're not trying to defend her now.
You know, she has more compassion than I do for the Palestinian people. I mean, I to this point, I don't wish that anybody get killed, and I don't think the kids should be. But at the same time, I think Israel has to do what they have to do.
You just told them that they'd have to take that L. Did you not just say that?
Deflection! 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 Deflection!
Your YouTube will be your receipt. Y'all can see my growth. You see where he at.
Boo this man!
Unbelievable. I can't believe this fool said it. But of course, he's part of the Israeli bunch. GDS, if you could find me that information, man, I will give you $20. Because I've still been considering getting a FISA warrant to find, not a FISA warrant, what they call that? A Freedom of Information Act request. I need that. I need to know why he's not a cop no more. Well, Blueberry Muffin, he tried to defend himself with Uvalde, and that didn't work. I might have to put that $5 one back in. I'm trying to see which one I could delete.
Protect their country, and that will come at all costs. And these Palestinians are putting their kids in hospitals and putting them in front of places where they're gonna get hurt. It's the Palestinians that are doing that. The people in Gaza, Hamas, they're doing that to their own people. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about it. I'm just here to give my perspective. And I do think that there's a little bit of unfair bias against Candace because she's entitled to have an opinion about things. And I don't see why people get so butthurt about some of these things. She's entitled to have an opinion. And if she's wrong about her opinion, so what? People can confront her, have a debate.
That's the problem, sir. She's wrong. People tell her that she's wrong and she ignores it and go repeat it again. That's the problem, sir. This is what we tell all you black conservatives. Y'all are wrong. Here it is. You have your weak ass sycophants come in and tell us how we wrong, even though we provide the proof. Y'all won't have debates because, again, Brandon Tatum, we saw what happened when you had your opinion, sir, and you try to play it off as fact. We saw what happened. You went on the circuit and was getting owned by white channels. But when it comes to us and we tell you similar or the same thing, now we're woke. By the way, define for me what woke is.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You'd be like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I really don't, man. I think that there is a special treatment with Jewish people. But, and then I can see why some Jewish people would probably be a little more sensitive to some of these things because anti-Semitism can be something that's conjured up off of the actions of a few Jews. Same thing with racism, same thing with sexism, same thing with everything in life. It can go that way if it get carried away, right? You see a couple Jews doing something, and the real weirdness with, not weirdness, but the dichotomy with Jews is that there's ethnic and religious Jews, right? It's not one thing. It's not like I'm black, that's my ethnicity, or you can say that's my race, but there's no religion called black. So if a person didn't like me, they don't like me because of it's very clear they don't like me because of my race. If they say they don't like my race, they can't then.
Who wants to say it? I don't want to say it. Who wants to say it? Who wants to say it?
Deflection! 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 Deflection!
Bunker TV, if you got time, come here. I'm gonna let you say it. You from the soil. Your people from the soil. I'll let you say it. I don't want to say it. The boy's not aware of what's going on out here. And every time he talks, it becomes blatantly obvious him and these black conservatives do not know what the real world is. They're stuck in the matrix. GDS, you better send me that. If you got Twitter, send that to me on Twitter. You got Instagram, Kid Gravity Beyond, send me that article. I need that. I need to go down that rabbit hole. Tia to you, hello. The reason why he's so high strung, you missed it. If you're not aware, this side, he's got Jesus on. This side, he's got Israel. Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest of the highest order. And he's got that permanently on him. So let's ask the question. If Israel is found on the world court in The Hague of war crimes, are you going to get rid of that Israel tattoo or nah? You still going to stand with him? Interesting.
And it's not this confused conundrum of, is this a religious thing or this is an ethnic thing? Is this a racial thing or religious? Because, Hitler was a race thing. I mean, he wanted to purify the race of his people, and he had to get rid of the Jews to do that. And of course, there were some other stimulating things, but I think that the anti-Semitism there started from a couple Jews doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, and Hitler feeling like he need to eradicate this ideology from his country, and then it just blew out of proportion. I'm not saying he's justified or right by none he did, but I'm just saying I think that's where it started. I think that a few.
Why are you bringing Hitler into this? Watch that talking point. Candace did the same thing. This is how you're going to justify what they're doing in Gaza, sir? That's how you're going to justify it. The Fuhrer. Okay.
Who were doing stuff that was against what they wanted in their country. That wasn't all the Jews, but what happened was methodically the anti-Semitism grew. And now the hatred of these Jews that were doing this became all Jews, and then all Jews need to be eradicated. They're all the same. We kill everybody and get rid of them. Instead of saying it's a faction of people who have.
I'm done with him. I can't do it.
I actually
do the mathematics.
Yeah.
Math don't lie.
I gotta go. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I can't listen to him no more. I tried. I thought he was gonna say something. I can't do it. We finished. My head hurts. No, don't give him that Ogun juice. Don't do that. Y'all do not need. Never mind. I can't speak on that. That's between y'all. He FBA allegedly. That's between y'all. Let me not say nothing. You said back up. I could back up.
Grew. And now the hatred of these Jews that were doing this became all Jews, and then all Jews need to be eradicated. They're all the same. We kill everybody and get rid of them. Instead of saying it's a faction of people who happen to be Jew, or maybe because they're Jewish that they're doing certain things, and they are the problem. I'm saying if that's what they conjured up, it became everybody and not just a few.
It's funny how you said that, but then when it comes to us, y'all don't pull that.
Yes.
Hey Brandon, that black person over there robbed a convenience store on Saturday. On Monday, will you talk about that, or are you going to talk about how black people as a whole are criminals?
Yes.
Brandon, this black woman violated the law because she wanted to get her children into a better school. She didn't harm nobody. She's doing 20 years. Does that make the entire race of black people bad?
Yes.
Understandable. Cool. Kanye West says something about them Jews. They didn't even let that man finish his statement. And they canceled him. Does that mean that all black people are anti-Semitic?
Yes.
We got you recorded, sir. Kyrie Irving sends out a link to something that he read. Shout out to the dude. More material, more learning out here. They got upset, tried to end his livelihood. Do you think they were justified in trying to end that man's livelihood?
Yes.
Interesting. We have that recorded. Okay. We'll give you a scenario. He walks into the tattoo parlor, Brandon Tatum. And he said, listen, what tattoo can y'all give me that will not get me in trouble with this side with the Christians and the Jews? My man said, I got something for you, and showed you I could put Israel right here, Jesus right here.
Yes.
Tyree Nichols got beat by 5 black men. Cops. Former cops. Man, I call them little bees. That's what we're going to call them. Little bees. Bees in blue. You know, your former brethren, but you used to be a cop, so you're in forever in the brotherhood. They all got indicted. Did you say, sir, that all of them shouldn't go to jail?
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. We got that recorded for you, sir. This is why I don't take this man serious. Ah, Miss Nye, hello. You down there, you in Texas. Hello. Hey, baby. Not you. Nye's watching. She's watching me on Twitter. Yeah. Well, come enjoy the fun, ma'am. You may go do yoga. Okay. Thank you. Now, we are going to get to Larry Elder. Old Uncle Larry. If y'all don't get me that on, y'all better stop talking. And get me that footage and that paper. I don't want to take y'all's assertions. I need it on paper. Get me that. But let's go to Larry Elder.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Hi, Uncle Larry. So Uncle Larry, ever since he wrote that one Israel tweet, Lord have mercy, his Twitter is in shambles. They don't even hit him up for content anymore. Look how far he's fallen. He used to get over 6 to 7 million views on his tweets. I mean, 6 to 7 figure views, 6 to 7 figure views. Look how far we have fallen. He can't even get past 50,000. Ain't that a shame? Look what he wrote. As the Gaza-Israel war and the demand for a ceasefire, I'm reminded of what General Patton said. The object of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his. But when the other bastard wants his civilians to die, how should the war be fought? You should have fought the war for you to get on that debate stage, but you didn't fight it. You kowtowed and complained and dressed up like the Silver Ranger. It's sad, really. March 24th, yesterday, Vice President warns Israel not to finish off Hamas. He said, hashtag stand with Israel. Oh, Lord. First comment. Bad take, brother. Most Hamas leaders aren't even in Gaza. It's not anti-Semitic to be against genocide. Why would you support a country that hates all other religions as well as being complicit in 9/11? Do better, Larry. Hamas is Obama's clan, much like ISIS. It's not anti-Semitic to denounce Israel or Netanyahu. Then VP should live in Gaza with Hamas. Let's see how she feels after a period of time. Hey, Larry, where are your sycophants? They're not defending you, sir. Does Israel stand with us? No. Any country that takes advice from this administration about foreign affairs is a fool. Biden, Blinken, Sullivan, always wrong. Look at what they did in Afghanistan. They should ignore the current administration as they are fighting a terrorist organization. Translation, stand for the Antichrist genocidal Jays. Lord have mercy. They are killing this man. Sir, what happened to you, Larry? The only way you can get some real views is retweeting people. Sir, what happened to you? They don't even care about saving California, that message you used to tout. They don't even care anymore. What happened to you, Larry? And what? Sir, you can't even get cursory views on topics that don't even have concern Israel. This is sad. I can't believe. Family. Now, you know, with us over here in Larry Elder, have you ever seen a bigger fall from grace? This is sad. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Look at this. You're reduced to putting up articles from the Epic Times to get engagement. This is embarrassing, Larry. You don't even talk about geomagnetic storms, sir. This is embarrassing. You didn't even put up a Thomas Sowell quote. You should at least do that a day. You get all the white people come up in there and tell us how Thomas Sowell is the truth. By the way, he's a government operative, if you didn't know. Look, you can't even get... Kevin Sorbo. They don't even care about him. You can't even crack 10,000. You talking about the Belle Biv DeVoe. You can't even get that to go over 10,000. Wind turbines, you can't even get... Boy, this is sad. The only way you could get engagement over 10 grand is to retweet somebody. See what I mean when I was talking about the Mexican president? That one got you 10 grand. This is sad. Larry, you done went out bad, boy. Whew. Whew. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm telling you, when he said what he said about Israel standing with Israel last year, and when I tell you he had to shut his comment thread off because they were giving him that work, and he thought he was going to get back in, and they said no. Lord have mercy. Opinion Nerd, thank you for the $2 super chat. Shout out to you too. Hope you're safe out there. All right. You stop it. You stop it right now. They're going to make me go get the Don't Be a Menace to South Central clip. Don't do that. All right. Larry was easy. Who we going to next? Let's pull up the thumbnail. All right. We got rid of Forehead, Tim Scott, Tatum Tots, and Larry Elder. So we got Byron Donalds, Candace Owens. We got to do a teaching moment with that. ABL and Kaya Willis. Who we going to next? We got to put the music back on. You heard what I said. ABL. He want ABL. We cut that music off right now. There was a reason why I played that clip, family. ABL, were you not the one who told us that the KKK dropped off Christmas gifts to your family every year? Were you playing that song when they did it, sir? We play it again. Huh? Oh, Deadpool, we're gonna get to him. Don't worry. ABL, we gotta have a conversation, sir. And depending on how I feel when I start reading your tweet, the music might come on. I'm just gonna warn you now. But let's get to your tweet.
You know, Let me go here. There's a growing concern.
I want to show y'all another reason why I said TD, me, you got to talk one day. Because you used to say ABL, in a lot of ways, he could be redeemable. I don't think so, sir. But, you know, you're my man. So we going to agree to disagree there. But you and I, we're going to have to talk one day. I have a question. Now, the fact you retweeted Kyle Rittenhouse, that ain't it. This right here. You said it was just a matter of time, W for Candace, that she left the Daily Wire. Okay, fine. Then you wrote this the day before. Candace Owens on the Breakfast Club was like a rocket scientist reading a kid's book to an elementary school class. They didn't ask her any questions. They didn't have on Teslin Figaro, their resident political pundit, on the show to ask her questions. So exactly what did you learn on there? Or you were just happy that she went there to school Charlemagne, who lost all political clout after he let Biden say what he said and didn't push back? Fine. We'll let you have that. I got to talk to you about this. And there was a subsequent tweet that you and I got to talk about. And I swear to God, if you deleted it, me and you are really going to have a problem. Now, you wrote this on Friday in a quote tweet. Okay, this is still there. Okay. So you wrote this first. Now, check this out. Somebody wrote, Al Jazeera has acquired leaked IDF drone footage showing the IDF deleting 4 unarmed Palestinians in Khan Yunis using drone strikes. The footage clearly shows how to terrorize and instill fear in Palestinians as a means to coerce them into leaving Gaza permanently. What did I tell y'all last week about what's going on out there? What did I tell y'all? This ain't about that. This ain't about taking out a Hamas. This was their excuse to get them people off of Gaza because Gaza has natural resources that they want. And it's funny now that I said that months ago, nobody wanted to hear me. Now all the news outlets that they don't want y'all to know exist are starting to say it. We cooked Zava. What's up? We cooked the Hodge twins last week. Oh, we know, Opinion Nerded. We know. ABL was getting cooked in his comment thread. Hold up. Blueberry Muffin. That wasn't her. That was Vanessa Bell Calloway. But yes, Roz Ryan can't really sing. But yeah, I saw the tweet last week. He was getting cooked. But back to what I was saying. He wrote, Israel sucks. Okay, fine. So how come ABL hours later you wrote this? If disliking the Israelis curb stopping random innocent Palestinians make me anti-Semitic, then oh well. Sir, why aren't you? Why would you? You should. Let me frame this correctly. ABL, you should never have talked about this, sir. You're another one. Me personally, I don't think you have the knowledge to talk about this. Because like a lot of the black conservatives, you guys don't want to touch the reason why this is it. It's because of resources, like every war is. But I get it. You're scared to say that because your crowd would turn on you. I get it. See? They all wanted to make it about Hamas. Tread lightly. You're a Jew and an Israelite, so you can't be anti-Semitic. Have you ever condemned the Palestine people for what they are doing to Israel? I know crickets from you. No one knows what is your heart, what is in your heart, but it clearly seems you are against Israel. You never say anything negative about Palestine. It's very easy to pass judgment from our safety in America. You think America is safe? Oh boy. I tell y'all, if y'all would really open your minds, you would feel a lot safer than you think you are right now. A lot of these people are in a delusional bubble. They think America is safe. Do you understand? Okay, family, did we not watch people that speak like this lose their mind when there was no gas in the Southeast a couple years ago? Did we not see these same people who would say it's very easy to pass judgment from our safety in America watch Dallas, Texas, and northern Texas during an ice storm lose power and people were dying? It's easy to say a statement like this, sir, when you're one man-made or natural disaster away from being crippled. Most of y'all, I can tell, don't know what a bug out bag is, or at least have 3 days of water on hand per person in the house. Where are your canned goods? Do you have self-defense in your house? If somebody was to run up in there looking for supplies, can you defend borders? I don't think you could. What would happen? Hey, family, let's just even go rudimentary. What would happen if the entire electric grid went down and we had to go back to reading clocks? Y'all would be in trouble. I saw that. We were done with ABL a while ago. He's grifting. He's trying to get back to the pro-black side. It ain't gonna work. How many of y'all, since y'all want to talk about the safety of America, how many of y'all can change a flat tire? Right now, I'm learning about different plants and what their uses are for. Because I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. I ain't sure. But I'd rather have the knowledge and not need it than not have it and desire it. Cynical Mandate, hello, you seem new, but welcome. You said, who is ABL? Anthony Brian Logan. He is a YouTuber. He's on the black conservative side. One of Candace Owens' friends. And he be trying to play anti-black. But lately, we've been watching him slowly come and say, you know what? Not everything's got to be anti-black. It's a little too late. How many of y'all that got small children, since you want to talk about the safety of America, can make sure your small child survives out in the wilderness? I'm learning all that blueberry muffin, including them mushrooms, the ones that you were supposed to eat and not supposed to eat. Hey, Jalen City hurts Adelphia. Sounds like you live in a major city. Do you know how to break down an animal after you kill it? We don't even have to talk about the big ones. Do you know how to fillet a fish? Do you even know how to catch a fish? They got FEMA camps right now. In your city, probably. On the outskirts of Philly. There are FEMA camps. They're waiting for y'all. But ABL, you see what happens when you start criticizing Israel, right? You're getting above your pay grade. No, I take that back. You're getting above your donation grade. You're not ready for that conversation, sir. Yeah, stick to what you know best. Retweeting anti-black pages. Stick to what you know best. It was whack for the Breakfast Club to ask Candace how black are you questions. Maybe they should host a crack smoking contest and whoever wins gets the title as the blackest person. You see what I mean? Watch this. We're going to fuck with ABL. Live in real time. Watch this. Was it whack? Since we're bringing the word whack back all of a sudden. Shit. The resident political expert. Let's see if he's going to answer that. We'll come back to that later. But we're kind of done. You caught that, Torian. This is their man. But let's continue. We got about 3 more. Where are we going next? Byron Donalds. I want to say Candace for last. So it's either between Byron Donalds or Kaya Willis. Which one are we going to next? Byron Donalds? I hear you on that. Okay, Byron Donalds. Whoo. Whoo. This one may take a little bit.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right, Byron Donalds. Now, this one was old. This, I think, was last year. No, 2020. Incoming Florida Representative Byron Donalds touts U.S. relationship with Israel. Okay, sir. Because that's worked out so well so far. We're about to get into 2 more wars because these people can't just sit down. Okay. And we go here. Today, in a shocking betrayal, the Biden administration refused to veto a UN vote demanding an end to fighting in Gaza. Reminder, Hamas terrorists slaughtered thousands of innocents, committed heinous war crimes that are still doing to this day. Israel has every right to defend itself. Sir, this is not a hill you want to die on, sir. Once again, we know what the situation is and we know what it's really about. But of course, you're a sitting congressman, so you can't say it. And of course, they told her to stay out of it. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Look like they not getting paid. Ooh, what is this?
What do you make of this? I mean, it was staggering to see Schumer go to the floor, say what he said, and then for Biden to back him up.
Good to be with you this morning. Look, out of line is just the start of what I think. You have the Senate Majority Leader trying to interfere.
Opinionator, don't you start simping. Don't you simp. You talking about her? Don't you simp.
In the election process and destabilize the country of our ally Israel. I mean, what the heck is going on? That's not his job. His job is to make sure that we actually find a way to help fund Israel, not stand as an obstacle to Israel doing what they need to do, which is in their national interest, which is to obliterate Hamas.
That is not
the same Chuck Schumer who's
so
goes
talking
around
for Israel
whining and
now.
crying
All right.
about the Russians and everybody else involved in themselves in our elections. And let's be clear. I don't want other countries involved in our election process. It should be decided by Americans and Americans alone. But he has no problem going to the Senate floor to talk about what's going on with Bibi Netanyahu and the current government of Israel. But this is indicative of a broader point. The Democrat Party supports Hamas. They do not want to see an end to Hamas. They are more concerned about Israel removing Hamas from Gaza than actually supporting Israel in that position. They would prefer to have a deal with the Iranians. They would prefer to let the Houthis and Hezbollah and Hamas continue to operate regardless of the security threat to Israel.
As GOP Congressman Byron Donalds, a supporter of Israel as well. Byron, Congressman, thanks for being.
If you had such a problem with what he was saying, why don't you get your colleagues in the Senate to impeach him? The U.S. has done it before. You can kick people out. Y'all kicked out Santos. You can kick out senators. But okay, sir. You want to shill? How much money you took? Blessed is the King of Israel. Who would that be, sir? Who is that? By the way, did you know that the holiday that you're going to go celebrate next week is pagan? Oh, you're going to call it Resurrection Sunday. I forgot. You right. You right. Yeah, but where's you like Candace Owens, don't you? Where's Candace at? Wait a minute. Y'all calling for investigation into the January 6th committee? Why, sir? Why, sir? Now we're bringing up the Abraham Accords. Okay. Okay. Gaza was the mini two-state solution. Okay, Torian asked, what's the obsession with Gaza? Maybe you missed it when I broke it down. Yeah, that was a late night stream, so you didn't see it. I'll break it down for you. It's very simple. I'm going to have to quickly put it back in the rotation. Give me 1 second. Oh, for him and the rest of the black people.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
We'll take this one out. It's a very simple solution, Brother Torian. Very simple. And I've said it before, but I'm Jamaican, so we have to say it in music. That's the obsession with Gaza. One more time. Land, oil, water. Gaza's land is arable, meaning they can grow many a crop there. And since Israel does not have access to it, they're losing out on 50 million US a year. Oil, there's oil deposits under Gaza that are not tapped. And up until 2022, we all know Israel had a problem getting fresh water. But we know that's not going to last forever. Gaza has untapped water deposits as well. And it's so blatant, that's what it is, that even news outlets now are starting to report on it. Those people have a right under the world law to those resources. It's so egregious, family. Even the Washington Post had to admit it. Gaza gets their water from the sea. The best way to take out a people is to deny them basic services and basic rights like water. This is how Gaza gets their water. Biden and them wanted to go into Gaza and get to touch this and be able to have water as a commodity that they could go sell on the open market. It's all business. They just don't want to tell you that. And I don't care that I'm saying this in the daylight. You get clean water into Gaza, that whole area now becomes habitable. That whole area, you could sell premium real estate. Hell, that strip of land, you could fuck around and create a new Dubai. You could have an extension of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv in Gaza, a third metropolis. All funded with US money. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? But for those who are going to tell me there ain't no gas under or beneath Gaza, explain this. Explain this. Explain this. I'll blow it up. Explain this.
I prayed for this and it happened.
The Palestinians have world authority to those resources. I done told y'all, everybody in the world, even though they're not saying it out loud, they're watching what goes on in Guyana right now. They're watching and they're seeing the infrastructure being put in place in real time. Israel wants a piece of that action. I told y'all, don't be surprised in a couple of years you see Israel putting in their bid to join BRICS. But they can't go in there with what they got now because they barely have any resources. They can walk in there with arable land, oil deposits, and water rights. And they'd be double dipping with the Western powers and the global South. We played the report the other day when they said the Israel soldiers, the ones that got sanctioned, were in there knocking heads, talking about that land is theirs. Why do you think Biden and Netanyahu were yelling at each other a couple months ago on the phone? Biden knows this. His people knows this. He wants to touch that oil because there would be less resistance. But y'all right. Us over here in this sector don't know what we talking about. We don't do no type of research. We just talk. Y'all won't even go down them rabbit holes because you're scared. Because everything you didn't learn, I tell a lie. Let me revise that. Everything you were told to repeat did not include this. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that Israel's broke. Who wouldn't want a 25-year, 90% stake in a license to develop that area? Do you know how much billions of dollars that is? You can rival the Middle East. The Middle East does not need Israel on equal footing with them. Because now then you'll have Israel being able to dictate what Saudi Arabia and them do. And with the Western backing, they're going to have to relent. I'm talking about the Saudis. The Saudis were able to bark at Biden and tell his secrets before the midterms because they had the leverage. Well, Blueberry Muffin, if they're not broke, tell them to give back the $3 billion they get every year. Let me see you get it out the mud one time. But we're going on to Kaya Willis now. Hey, Byron, maybe you should tell your people on the committee to go do what I did. DuckDuckGo would help you out. Where is Kaya's tweet? I don't think I lost the page. It's got to be something. I got so many tabs open. Jesus. I did close it. Okay, we could pull it back up real fast. Kaya Willis. I think she's afraid of me. She won't come talk to me. I feel sad.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Somebody wrote this tweet yesterday. I saw her tweet this morning. I said, I got to make sure to put this in. She got ratio to hell. So this Rowan or Rohan Talbot put this up in a quote tweet with this tweet. This person said, my 8-year-old daughter craves death. All she wants is a final hug from her father, she says, and then to expire. My 12-year-old son is a grown man. He goes off to hunt for specks of flour and food in the rubble, pushes my sister's wheelchair and carries her 2-year-old and 2-month-old through 10 kilometers of broken roads and Israeli sniping and bombing. And I'll put one last thing he said in Arabic. I don't know what this means. There's one person and their family. This is one person and their family story. Not even all of it. I couldn't contain myself on the phone and neither could he. Okay. So he was talking to some Gazan doctor. Okay. So I thought it was his story. All right. So Rowan said, Gaza today, tell me it's not a genocide. Substantive rebuttals, then please reply, guys. So he just wrote this. And he defined what a genocide is. Okay. Kaya quote tweeted him and said it's not a genocide. He asked her, the ICJ thinks so. So that's the International Court. thinks it potentially could be. Doesn't that give you pause? She said no. This woman is watching. You have a black conservative who's under 30 trying to talk about this conflict like she knows something. And she's trying to say that what they're doing is not akin to a genocide, or at least close. She said it's not. That's very ominous that you got 666 likes, but whatever. She said, he said, that's a shame. Son of a bitch. She said no. So he said, that's a shame. What would make you consider the possibility? And then he sent her the resolution. So I said, Rowan, she doesn't want to piss off her think tank employers, so she goes along with the script. Now, this person said that Israel's sending tons of aid there. The ICJ also ruled it's possible that no genocide is taking place and it's just a typical military operation. What would make you consider the possibility that it's not a genocide? Mm. Mm. Now they're arguing. Okay. So I say you can't reason with madness. They called her a bottom feeder. They are going in on this lady. They are going in on this lady. I had to. Now look, you know they mad that I wrote this, right? I'm finna blow this up. This dude said most documented genocide in history, criminals like you will be held accountable. I said American child slavery is the worst, actually. How much you want to bet they gonna come in and tell me about myself? How much you want to bet? We finna go look. Most documented is not equal to the worst. Are you serious? Sir, this just happened. You've got 400 years. You got nearly 6 months and you trying to say 400 and you're trying to equate that to 400. Okay, cool. I got you. No, it wasn't. There's a difference between inhumane and a genocide. I'm not taking you serious. Most documented as in video evidence. So now video evidence is documentation, not words, not historical text. Got it. Okay. God, they have been failed. These children have been failed. And it's sad to see. Very sad to see. These children have been failed. But back to Kaya. They are killing this lady. Look at this. Everybody's going in and dropping videos. Jesus, they resorted to calling her the B word. Ma'am, I need some bite back on you. How you let this man call you the B word? They talking about your eyes now, man. Ma'am, come on. They called you the W word. Look at this. They called you Steven from the Django. Look at it. They going in your history now, ma'am. They don't even care that you went to MIT. They said you're not that bright. They said you're not an adult, even though you're 24. Well, you could equate this to everybody on the black conservative side that stands with Israel. They don't know what they're talking about. Another Candace Owens wannabe. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Because we got to show you what she said about Candace. There is no soul when you look into your eyes. Lord, they're calling her a vampire. When it comes out that Israel was wrong, she better get off social media. They said you're not ex-woke. You're not black. They are killing you with memes now. If you have to write it to convince yourself, maybe it just might be what you say isn't it. Look at this. They even went down to saying brown lives matter. They are giving her this work. She'd probably chair if they nuked Gaza, but the water would be fucked up. Someone's looking to protect their career. You're not brave. You're a fraud. Were you born blind? Jesus, they are giving you this work. She don't believe in God, so it's okay. I need to ask her if she ever took the trip, because it sounded like she did. Look at this. Look at this. I'm a failed YouTuber who became a paid shill. I don't even know what genocide means. They enlarged your nose. Ma'am. She's seeing a spot open on the Daily Wire. They're saying you getting paid to say this. You got it. But remember what I said about her and Candace? She took a shot at the Queen Den mother. She better not have deleted it. She better not have deleted it. This was another tweet she wrote on Friday. I think she deleted her Candace tweet. I don't see it. I think she really deleted it. Damn, she deleted it. Oh, she didn't delete it. Here it is. Good job, Kaya. You left it up. I feel you on that. She said, yes, real Candace Owens anti-Semitic. We knew this after she defended Kanye West's Nazi meltdown. I meant to say Izan, but you know. I'm only surprised it took this long for Real Daily Wire to end their relationship with her. Get some. We need this fight. Get some. This how Kaya gonna come in.
It's a round. It's a rap for you round. And a rap for your round. I'll let a round rap around every rap around till it's rap around. This rap around. I'll rap around a round rap. I'll let a round rap around round. How you gonna get around that?
By the way, we have footage of Candace Owens with the rebuttal. We have footage. Is y'all ready for the footage?
Don't be a victim if woulda, coulda was with him. If woulda, coulda was with him, he woulda, coulda continued living.
That was Brandon Tatum that slapped her on the back one time. Look at Kaya. She throw rocks at the throne. Now we know it's made of fur, but still, you got to give her credit. She really going after this. Shameless grifter. They called her out. Are you even a real person? She actually is. She actually is. Chief Rabbi calls black people monkeys. Yeah, we remember that. Facts aren't anti-Semitic. You paid contrarian. Let Dennis Prager and some rabbis teach you some history. You lost me. Well, you bet your Dennis Prager, you lost me. Candace has the balls to call out the Jew that put her on the back of the bus and back in chains. Back in chains? What? Why is it every time they talk about black people, they got to throw in some stereotype? You decided to be a good slave, take the Jewish money, and not talk about who owns the slave ships. Candace is your Harriet Tubman. You should follow her to the light at the end of the tunnel. You just called Candace Owens Harriet Tubman. Let me get away from that tweet. You're surprised it took Trump supporters a long time to care enough about someone's red flags to distance themselves and really only to do so to protect their assets / profits. You're surprised? Are you a black Hebrew Israelite just found out it was a thing like LGBTQ? You're still trying to be woke? And we've always told you we regret teaching white people new things. I always supported her. I'm just not sure why she supported Kanye's gross behavior, because that's what's her people. He put her on. It's all part of the plan. The timing was to create a racial divide. I rock with her, but she's under the false doctrine of replacement theology. She wanted to be fired so she could blame the Jews and get hired by fringe anti-Semitic alt-right outlets such as Tucker Carlson's new conservative network. This is why the inevitable was postponed. However, she recently became so toxic they had to pull the plug. Again, if she joins Tucker Carlson, she the biggest L in history. You're just parroting your cute Zionist shitty talking points and libels. She has more balls and integrity that you'll ever have. Kaya, please fight back. Fight back. They are destroying you. Please fight back. This is sad. You are taking all these arrows. Where is your Objective Standard Institute to come help you? What the hell? But here we go. We're going to talk about Candace now before we get up out of here. Because like clockwork, of course she said something about Diddy. Of course she did.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
Candace Owens. This girl just never learns. Ma'am, if you know something, just say something. You putting out all these shadow tweets. Look what she wrote. The feds are currently raiding Diddy's house. They already knew what he was up to, but he's going to be the fall guy so that they can protect the people at the top of the ring. They are raiding his home to hide evidence, not to find it. That's how this works. Because we know you went underneath in the bowels to look this up, right? We know you did. You put your life on the line to go deep in the underbelly of the Hollywood ring to find this information. You know this. You have a source in the LA and Miami PDs that gave you this information. Got it. Oh my God. Now she out here quoting Bible verses. Black people, she gets fired the weekend before Palm Sunday. She's going to spend the whole week quoting scripture. But we're not talking about no rebrand, right? The easiest grift online is to talk about good versus evil when it comes to the Semitic book. It's the easiest. Okay, Patrick Bet David, you saw the video that Rabbi Shmuley puts up, and you don't even make you say you report it, you just retweet it. Okay. 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 I will be bringing a Shot in the Dark back for free in about a month. Oh, Lord. On Patreon. But it ain't a grift. Patreon. But it ain't a grift. All right. But okay. Here's a teaching lesson, family. What we have seen these past 72 hours is everything that the master teachers have been saying for the past 6 decades. Even further back than that. We'll say 80 years. Criticism is something that everyone's going to have to go through. Whether it's good criticism, bad criticism, we all have to go through it. It seems now, in these times, criticism is just rebranded as you hating on me. Criticism is rebranded as you're just trying to stop my shine. You don't have a comeback. Even though you might have a comeback, it's not suffice or sufficient. It doesn't pass. We've watched this girl operate, some of us, for over a decade. Some people found her when she got called out by Kanye West. And some people just found her last week. Regardless of when you found out about this woman, there's no reason and no excuse for you not to go down that rabbit hole and ask yourself, why is she getting all this attention? If you did your research and she said what she said and you cool with that, you cool with that. I ain't got no problem with that. But for you to sit up here and watch, as I've outlined, 8 people on that side of Israel talking about Israel's okay, what they're doing is right. But these are the same 8 people, when somebody black gets killed, they're the first one saying that that person was wrong. And it's well documented. Byron Donalds, quiet. When Tyree Nichols got killed, quiet. But he said something about Jacksonville because it happened in his state and he represents it and he knew he was going to get in trouble if he didn't say anything. Candace Owens, enough said. We don't have to go down her history. Tim Scott never said a word about black people being unceremoniously killed by the police. Didn't say a word. Greg Foreman said Jalen Walker deserved what he got, even though he was unarmed. Brandon Tatum, enough said. Kaya Willis basically said F those people that got killed in Jacksonville. Larry Elder, enough said. ABL, enough said. But you all expect us to defend this chick up top? Because now she got a problem with them folk? You must be out your mind. We are not defending her. Oh, I get it. Y'all operate in the social media age. Let me give you a visual representation of how we feel about her.
But you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
Embarrassing. Y'all can go straight to hell. Go defend her if you want. Y'all gonna have to deal with the consequences, not us. We're gonna continue what we're doing. We're gonna continue to go out here and stump for the people that don't have a voice. Israel ain't our problem. You saw how quick we ended that Russia-Ukraine nonsense. We all sat in one collective voice, said we don't give a damn. And they took it right off TV. And if it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't know that they were still getting money. We don't care about this Israel-Hamas stuff. We don't. I'm going to tell you that right now. We don't care. I stand with Black America. That's where I live. That's where my home is. Now, I said at the beginning when this thing happened, only people I feel sympathy for are those innocent people that are caught up in this bullshit. Everybody else can go to hell. And I don't care what side you rep for. But these 8 people on here are dangerous. And 2 of them people elected into Congress. And they get to make the decisions. But they be the same ones quick to tell you, you need to read Thomas Sowell, a government operative during the Reagan administration, controlled opposition. But again, these were the same ones who were complaining last month. Why y'all don't talk about Thomas Sowell for Black History Month? Because he ain't do shit for us. Just like Israel ain't do shit for black people. I said it. I said it. They don't do shit for us. But everybody expects us to come outside and help. No. I think collectively all of us can say in the same accord, we're out of fucks to give. They didn't told you, I'll tell you. It's time for us to think about ourselves. You want to cape for Candace Owens? Cool. Do your thing. Just realize, at the end of the day, if you're a black man, she thinks you are a trained chimpanzee and you're one of the most murderous person and collective and demographic in this country. Even though that's not remotely close. She believes in the 1352 trope. So I would love all the fellas and the women to tell me the violent crime they committed. I would love to hear your story just to confirm her number. Her brother thinks, you know what? If you get your ass kicked by the cops, you probably deserved it. And if it's multiple cops, some of them shouldn't go to jail. Another one on there got Christmas presents from the KKK. So not all white people are bad. But he found his wake-up call because he dared to think differently. Y'all have fun. November 5th.
TikTok. 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 TikTok.
I'm finished. I ain't got nothing else to say. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. I'll see you when I see you. I don't know when. This week is busy. I ain't sure. If not, I will catch y'all next week. For those, well, Cosmo Fury, he already got it. Maybe he missed it. He already got it. Uvalde was his wake-up call. Tyree Nichols was his wake-up call. He got destroyed for saying what he said about that Las Vegas killing with that retired cop. He just hasn't had that moment yet. But I will see y'all when I see y'all. Maybe there'll be an upload. I ain't sure yet. Maybe I'll finally give y'all that TikTok upload. I meant to go put it up, but I was just being lazy and studying for the cybersecurity stuff, so I haven't had time. But maybe I'll talk about Diddy later tonight. Who knows? It depends. I don't know how I feel. I don't give a damn. We'll see. I'm going to go read up on it and see what they did. Anyway, y'all, take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
at the end of the day, the day got to end.
Yes.